The Battle of Malachor V, the battle which brought an end to Mandalorian wars. I was with Revan during the final stages of that battle, and saw with my own eyes the final moments of the war. We had infiltrated the Mandalorian command ship to permanently cripple our enemy's ability to organize and maintain the fighting force which engaged our own on the ground and in the skies above Malachor V. The Mandalorian warriors faced with final defeat, fought fanatically against us in that last battle. The war has cleansed their ranks of the weak and inexperienced, leaving only the battle-hardened veterans to stand against us. The strength of our own forces was spread too thinly to match the concentrated ferocity and fanaticism of the Mandalorians. But Revan knew that a physical victory on the battlefield, regardless of the circumstances, could only be achieved through first a spiritual one. When each and every Mandalorian warrior had lost the will to continue the fight, Revan would manipulate what remains of our enemy and lure them into a doom from which they could not escape, the mass shadow generator. The source of our enemy's morale lied in their fanatical adherence to the Mandalorian culture, a culture personified in a single man who himself was the living embodiment of what it meant to be a Mandalorian. A man whose death would shatter the Mandalorians to their core and thrust them towards the doom Revan had prepared for them. That man was their leader, Mandalore the Ultimate. That's a fucking lore dump if I've ever seen one. It's like you want to have a title crawl, again, somewhere, to explain all this, but you couldn't have found a way to get it organically. Now she will explain all that to whom exactly? The player. Oh, there she is, implanted into the important part. And Malak doesn't have his mechanical jaw for some reason to show his change and transition. General, time is not a luxury we can afford. We must continue forward and reach the place where Mandalore commands his forces. Then and only then we can at least win. This is a health hazard. You need your jaw. It's not that you can just swing around like this. It wasn't ever an intimidation tactic from him, I don't think. Oh, I'm not gonna wear something that makes me look more human and help me with health. I'll just take it off. Vader didn't show everyone his burnt scars. So, the same two lines are: when Mandalore is destroyed, what remains of his forces will be confused and disorganized. This will allow us to drive them back and then destroy them all with a single masterful stroke. Or, with the disappearance of Mandalore's chief strategic Casus Fet and Jagas cluster. What? With the disappearance of Mandalore's chief strategic, that's the name of a position? Chief strategic? The strategic chief, maybe. Because the adjective should go before the noun, right? Crassus Fet. At the Jagas cluster, no competent Mandalorian field marshal remains who could possibly recover from the blow they will suffer when Mandalore himself falls. They will not escape the doom I have prepared for them. So it remains forces confused, disorganized, to allow us to drive them back and destroy. So Mandalore is destroyed, chief and confused and disorganized. They will no escape have prepared, and they will suffer when Mandalore himself possibly recover. Yeah, those are the same lines. I'm not gonna detail the plan to her then, so I'm just gonna shoo her away with some summarizing. Mandalore is destroyed, remains of nothing, confused, disorganized, we'll whack him. Then we must do what must be done. I will commit myself to defeating Mandalore, even if it means sacrificing my own life in the process. Oh yeah, also we're still... Oh, she's Darkseid. Can you see her textures? So yeah, this game conveniently omits the fact that maybe she was lost on Orion, but she wasn't also dead, she also wasn't dead, found new purpose and lived her life, being taken in by the new community after Revan's defeat and loss to her. So she's capable, she hasn't died, and if Solomon is able to convince her like that, how are you to say that it's not a manipulation then? And there is nothing even in the flashbacks that we saw that Revan specifically reached out to her to manipulate her. It's not that she was the first one to see what he has to say. She just came to a rally. She knew about the rally because other people talked about it, and other people talked about it, and she already had some talking points even before finding Revan. So how did he manipulate her through dozens, thousands that already got convinced by a speech? And that's all to say, it was always bad idea to stand against Mandalorian wars, in the sense of standing against Mandalorians in the Mandalorian wars. Rising up and defending your homeland was always bad, and anyone speaking otherwise is manipulating you into war. So the whole premise is fucking whack. But again, the story is so that she sees that Revan is just so powerful that he's so flippant, he's so effortlessly cool and awesome that he just shows up somewhere, immediately forms strong force bonds with others, though doesn't share force buffs with anyone, but immediately forms strong bonds with anyone, and effortlessly just talks gibberish and convinces people. Not with good arguments, not for a good cause, doesn't matter. Good cause, good arguments, those are all manipulations anyway, as long as you're doing it. This is an awful position to have. It's not bad because it's bad, it's evil. It's bad because a person that you don't like, a person is evil and what he does is evil. It's like when saying Hitler being vegetarian, that's evil. Being vegetarian is evil because Hitler did it. It's by association, but that's not exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say Hitler being vegetarian was another expression of evil because Hitler was evil. And Hitler was evil because he was killing Jews and starting wars. And also, Republic already fought against Mandalorians. Who convinced all of them to fight them? Was it Revan? He just woke up, checked his phone, saw war broke out, Mandalorians attack. He thought to himself, damn, that's not good. We're Jedi, we need to protect the Republic. And immediately the whole galaxy got influenced by that. Or even not that. He picked up his phone and got the news. And he saw some planet somewhere attacked by Mandalorians unprovoked. And then he thought to himself, that's not right. Why would they be attacked unprovoked? Mandalorians are the aggressors. This should be stopped. This is unjust. And immediately then, the whole galaxy got convinced that they should rise up and fight the war, especially the Republic, right? Because that makes sense. The order of events is wrong. The argumentation that everything is manipulation is wrong. People usually don't think that. I can grant that it's a manipulation, but then again, who's to say that you're not convinced? Are you not convinced? Why are you not convinced? Why are you convinced? Are you convinced because what? Like, I don't have an answer here. He convinced you with arguments. He appealed to your humanity, I guess. You're a Jedi. You're supposed to be empathetic and protective of the weak. So you need to go protect them. Don't you? She was already convinced. She wanted to hear the rally. And then she met Revan one-on-one. And we weren't there seeking her out again. Oh, you, I need to talk to you specifically. You're gonna turn out to be a valuable asset here. No, absolutely not. And then so this kind of a God argument where everything is done by God and nothing is not done by God. Nothing is ever done without God. Something like that. Right, what I'm trying to say is, every time Revan speaks with someone and tries to convince them of something, is it always because he formed a strong force bond, and never because he convinced them with arguments, because the cause was just, because the cause was right, because he was right? If he goes to school as like a fucking hero of the Republic, meet your heroes, and there's a class and it's math, and a guy sits there and just writes his math and makes a mistake, and Revan goes over, looks over his notebook and says, oh, you're wrong here. See, the result is wrong. That's not the result. The result is this. And the kid says, what do you mean? I did the calculations and that's my result. It can't be wrong. So then immediately Revan forms a strong force bond with the kid and manipulates him into noticing his mistakes to correct the result. No, it's not that, is it? It's that he shows him, look, you forgot here, you divided this wrong, it's not 14, it's 17, something or another, right? And therefore the result is wrong. Or you did the, like there's a process when you've got a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. You did that wrong. You put the minus in the wrong place, because when it's a squared minus b squared, then it's a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. See, I don't remember anymore, so maybe the kid mistook that. And no, of course not. Of course Revan didn't explain it to the kid and convinced him where he was wrong with evidence. He made a strong force bond and just manipulated him into changing the result. Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. So, 2 more lines of the same. Your enthusiasm is commendable, but Mandalore is mine to destroy. You are not to interfere during our battle. I sense strong emotions with you. You desire to kill the man who orchestrated the atrocities of this war. But this is my battle. Do not interfere when the time is upon us. Yeah, those are the same. Those lines are the same, and they're both, I'm gonna do it myself, don't get involved. Why exactly? There's Malak here, there's 3 of us here apparently. There's this wallpaper or picture one way or another, and it's Revan and Malak marching through a ship, and it seems like that would be the scene where they approached Mandalore. I don't know what the situation was really, but they were marching alone, 2 of them, master and apprentice. And then our Mary Sue here needed to be inserted into a critical point to show us how important she is. Otherwise she wouldn't be able to have her own drama in the world of Revan, right? She needs to be important. So, I like that you're willing to kill him, but I'll do it myself, because I'm just that badass. I need to show, I don't know, we're not given the reasoning. I'm very curious about the reasoning. The reasoning here would be something to make you choose one line over the other. Why do you want to face him alone? Because you want to show that you're stronger than them, than their leader? Because you want to, because it's a matter of honor? Because otherwise they won't see it? Something like that. Because it's a test for you? Because you took that responsibility, so you need to end it? A matter of principle, a matter of showing strength, something like that. There would be a reason for you to pick one line over the other, but there isn't any. Pick your favorite words here. I'm gonna go with 1, because oh, I like how you like to kill him, but I'll do it myself because I'm just better than you. I guess. But don't. Fuck you. Oh yeah, I like how you speak, Malak.
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power.
Ah, I know where the... Could you hear the music underneath that line? Because you know where it comes from? It comes from the Dantooine cutscene when Revan and Malak came to the first place to open the gate and to collect the first star map. Also, his face, Revan's face, with the little mask. This is a Mandalorian helmet, meaning it's over your whole face. It's not a mask. And they modeled it like shit. You must draw... that's gonna be the same 2 lines. You must draw strength from what transpires around you and concentrate it into power. Again, semicolon, because that makes you look more... better. It's a place for a dash, not for a semicolon. A power that you will need for the trials which lay ahead. Or of course, do not turn away from the horror which transpire. Horror which transpire? Horror is singular, horrors is plural. Do not turn away from the horror which transpires around you. Embrace it, be consumed by it, and allow it to fuel your thirst for power. I'm gonna go with the first one. Draw strength from it. Instead of, oh, it's horror, it's horrible, we're the villains of our story, we're doing terrible things. Focus on that. Focus on being evil. It's not gradual corruption. Also, I was wrong. He's not missing his jaw yet, but apparently he just keeps taking hits on his chin, and that continually chips away his entire jaw until he's left with none. And then that's where we see him with the jaw apparatus. Alright, and there we go. Oh, she's got a name here. Chana May this time. Why isn't she Shadow yet? Why isn't she going by Matilda? Because fuck you. What was she named in the flashback on Dantooine where Revan was speaking? I don't remember. But it was either nothing significant or one way or another it wasn't Chana May, Matilda. I think it most definitely wasn't Chana May.